New Year's. It's right around the corner and I'm sure a lot of you have many resolutions. But every year people fail to do those resolutions. Why is that? That's because of poor time management. Welcome to my channel everyone, I'm Shaik and today we'll talk about a technique that will help you improve your time management skill and will help you achieve those resolutions you want in 2025. Now, I myself am in the category of people who never realize their resolutions because every year I set myself to do something and then I say, oh, I don't have time for this, I have to meet friends, I don't have too much homework, too many chores, and lots of excuses. So I found this technique that helped me organize myself and I think it'll be helpful for you guys too. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this technique in question, this tool that'll get rid of all of your New Year's nightmares, it's called the Eisenhower matrix. How this works is there's a matrix formed of 4 quadrants and each quadrant is assigned to a different level of priority. The top left quadrant is the urgent and important quadrant. The top right is the important but not urgent quadrant. The bottom left is the not important but urgent quadrant, and the last one is the not important and not urgent at all quadrant. So once you have these 4 quadrants, this matrix will help you decide what to do, because the first quadrant, that is urgent and important, you have to do them right now, you have no other choice. The second one, that is not so urgent but still important, you have to schedule them. So whatever you use as an agenda or as a reminder app, schedule it to a later date, but you still have to do them because it's important. The third one, that is not important but urgent, if you can, you have to delegate that task to another person. For example, if I have to call somebody from work, you can delegate that task to your colleague, say, hey man, I cannot do this today, can you call this person for me? And delegate the task, and that's it, done, right? The fourth one, that is not urgent and not important, delete it. You don't need that, right? You don't want to do something to waste your time, it's not important to you and it's not urgent, why do it? So just throw it out the trash, you don't ever need it. Let's do it as an example. Let's say this week I have 4 tasks I want to accomplish and we're going to implement this with the Eisenhower matrix. The first task, I have to study for a final exam. The second one, I have to take my little brother to his swimming classes. The third one, I have to fuel up my car. And the fourth one, I have to read a chapter from my fantasy adventure book. Okay? So you have to understand that the priority of the tasks are relative to you. So its importance or urgency, it depends on you and you only. So I can't decide if it's important for you or if it's urgent for you, only you know that. Let's get back to our example. So the first task for me, the most important would be the studying for the final exam. So I would put that in the top left, urgent and important. I have to do that right now because the exam is tomorrow per se. The second one is I have to take my little brother to his swimming classes. Well, I love my little brother, right? And I don't want him to miss his swimming classes. So that'll be something that is important but not urgent. So I'll schedule that so I can block a certain amount of time to take him to his class. Third task, I have to fuel up my car. Now, anybody can do that. So let's say I don't have time for that today or this week, and I'll ask my friend or ask my father to fill up the car for me. The fourth one, I have to read a chapter from my fantasy adventure book. Well, yes, I enjoy it, but it's not the most important thing and it's not the most urgent thing, so I can skip it because I don't have time for that this week, right? So that's basically how the matrix works. So a few years back, I had so many different activities in my schedule that I lost focus in the one thing I really wanted to achieve that year. So I had school, I had badminton, I had work, I had cadets, and a lot more things here and there. But that year, I really wanted to become better at badminton. So I did this Eisenhower matrix and it helped me clear things out in my schedule. So I did not skip the trainings or I did not skip the gym time or I did not skip anything so I can improve and achieve my resolution. So I think this technique is really helpful if you know how to apply it. And most important of all, like all techniques, you can't be lazy and you can't be procrastinating, So if you really set yourself to do an urgent and important task, do it, okay? So now you know how to apply the Eisenhower matrix to your daily tasks. Hopefully you guys get to achieve your resolutions in 2025. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, leave a like, leave comments for suggestions for future videos, and I'll see you next time. Happy New Year.